ask, can our prayers be answered? Do they travel at the speed of light, or even faster? Sheriff's Deputy Joy Burnham of LaGrange, Georgia, is about to find out. In one brief, terrifying moment, she will discover that miracles can travel as fast as you can pray for one. It was a typical shift for Deputy Joy Burnham of the Troup County Sheriff's Office in LaGrange, Georgia.
The radar gun picked up a car coming towards me, and by the sound of the pitch I could tell that he was going quite fast, so I looked at the display and he was going over 90. I got out of the car and approached him and asked him for his driver's license.
Give me a second.
And immediately he started looking under the seat and in the back seat and in the glove compartment. And I knew something was wrong because most men know at all times where their wallet is.
Joy's instincts went on red alert.
So eventually he did pull out his wallet. He started to thumb through it, and I noticed a yellow sheet of paper in his wallet.
Can I see that ticket, please?
So he handed me the tickets, and I noticed that he had just gotten out of jail that morning for a suspended license and another traffic violation. I opened up his car door and asked him to get out, and I explained to him that I'd have to take him down to the sheriff's office. But then he asked me about his car, and I told him that we couldn't leave it on the side of the road.
But just then, the driver's demeanor changed drastically.
The whole idea about towing the car made him very, very angry. He began to argue and kind of struggle with me, so I went to put him in the back of the car, and it was locked. And so I had to kind of scoot up to the front door and hit the power locks. And when I turned back around to face him, he hit me in the chest, and then he attempted to run around me. And so I went after him, and I grabbed him, and we struggled.
Her aggressor was relentless. He reached for her holstered gun, a .357 Smith & Wesson.
As he was pulling on the gun, the holster came apart, and the gun came out.
It was now in his hands.
I looked him right in the eyes, and I saw the evilest eyes that I think I have ever saw. And he was saying, "I'm going to kill you, I'm going to blow your head off," and I knew by the look on his face that he was.
Joy heard the gunshot before she realized she was shot. She fell hard to the pavement, wounded. The shooter now taunted her as she bled onto the pavement.
The way that he took so much time, the joy on his face, the way that he held the gun, I knew that he was going to empty the gun into me.
Joy managed to kick her attacker, sending him stumbling to the ground beside her.
And for just a minute, he laid there, and I heard him moaning, and then he crawled over to me. And he put the gun against my head, and he said, "You think you're so funny, now I'm going to blow your head off." She
came face to face with the barrel of her own gun. Joy prepared herself for the shot and prayed for survival.
I couldn't stand it anymore, and I just wanted it to be over, so I finally just closed my eyes and said, "Why don't you just do it?"
Silence. Miraculously, the gun had jammed.
And he just got up and stood above me and turned and walked off.
The gunman fled the scene.